Raven was a good mother. She did anything she had to do for her kids. She don't be out here like that in these streets. And she just so happened to come out that night and lose her life behind somebody else's problems. My baby didn't deserve this.
Trina Francis wants her grandbabies to remember the good times, the activities, and trips taken with their mom.
They're gonna miss her so much. She was special to them. Only thing I could do is hold them and tell them it's gonna be all right. Mommy's all right. Mommy's gonna be all right.
And I miss my mama a lot. She's pretty funny, and she was a nice person.
Today we will be in New Orleans, Louisiana, or as many call it, the Big Easy, a city known for the French Quarters, Mardi Gras, and the Louis Cathedral, which is one of New Orleans' most recognizable landmarks. Many people from all over go there for its unique culture, good food, and to experience Bourbon Street, which is located in the heart of the French Quarters. But for all that the city has to offer, the Black community has a high crime rate. Just like most of American cities, more and more people there are choosing to use guns to settle disagreements rather than other options or just walking away. Instead of taking a loss, some will choose to lose their life forever, ending up 6 feet in the ground or behind bars. Well, this is exactly what took place on a fun night out at a bar in New Orleans that turned into mass chaos. This is when one woman decided to make one horrible, fatal decision. 24-year-old Chante, who is a mother to 4 very young children, stands accused of 1 count of unaliving in the second degree for a horrific crime. Everything took place in the early morning hours of Sunday, September 1st, 2024, according to the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office records. What Chante unleashed on a group of people did not come too far. She just was acquitted of allegedly unaliving her boyfriend in March of 2023. However, behind the scenes, Chante appeared to be a stand-up citizen that worked hard, earned a degree, and landed a good job to provide for her children. She truly seemed to have her head on straight, and before becoming a phlebotomist, she was already hustling hard with her own business, doing braids, specialty designs, feed-ins, plus more. Despite all that, she allegedly decided to make a decision that she will not get out of in this case. Going back to the night everything took place, a group of sisters and one of their friends were all having a good time until things changed for the worse quickly. Before even getting to the Shamrock Bar and Grill and Games place, 29-year-old Raven Francis, another mother of 4, her first mind told her to stay home that night. She apparently never went to places like that much, but she went ahead and decided to go. She was with 2 of her sisters and 1 friend, and I'm sure at some point they were having a good time. However, sometime a few minutes before 2 a.m., police said that a knockdown, drag-out brawl with fists between 2 large groups of women would take place outside in the parking lot. One of the females that allegedly got roughed up pretty bad was 24-year-old Chante Mark. Surveillance footage at the location allegedly shows Chante getting away and running to the far end of the strip mall's parking lot. Then in less than a minute, Chante returned with a handgun, using the back of the firearm to hit someone with, striking a female at least 5 times with force, and that was also in the head and shoulders, according to the authorities. After that, Chante would leave, but according to authorities, she did not go far. Instead, Chante allegedly got inside a white Nissan Altima and waited for the dust to settle. Some 15 minutes would pass, and the idle car began driving in tandem with a black SUV that had just arrived in the parking lot, authorities would state. The 2 vehicles circled the parking lot twice, then settled on a location to further wait for the victims out nearby. Those victims were the 29-year-old Raven, who almost stayed home that night, plus her sisters and a good friend. While waiting, Chante was said to have called the driver of the black SUV that apparently pulled up to be her reinforcement to come and get her. Chante then hopped into the black SUV just before finally following Raven and her people in their own car, according to witnesses. She then was said to have followed the 3 sisters and 1 friend about 2.5 blocks from the Shamrock, and then all hell broke loose. According to official reports, Chante decided to use her gun this time to shoot off many shots, causing the car Raven's loved ones were in to crash and flip over. The New Orleans Police Department will respond to a call about the car crash near the corner of Baldwin Street and South Solomon Street in the Mid-City neighborhood. Officers and paramedics would arrive and assess the damage at about 2:45 a.m., determining the car had flipped after being riddled with bullets and then slammed into a fire hydrant. One sister in the car was treated for a gunshot wound to the arm, but she survived. Other sister and friend in the vehicle both had injuries from the car flipping, but they were not shot and they also survived. Tragically, Raven was shot in the head and rushed to a nearby hospital where she sadly succumbed to her wounds later that morning. The one who told loved ones that she should not go ended up being the one to lose her life, and allegedly, she was not one of the ones fighting. She had four beautiful kids ranging in the age from 10 to only 6 months who need her. Then her older sisters were in the car and had to witness what happened to their little sister, and I know that had to be beyond horrific for them. The sisters would speak out but did not publicly put their names out, were said to all be so closely bonded, and their social media shows just how close they all truly were. Their bond was something that was unbreakable, and now a piece is missing, and it is so heartbreaking. Raven was so much to so many. She was said to be loving, caring, outgoing, thoughtful, and most of all, a fantastic mother, and family meant everything to her. Raven's life was stolen in the most horrible way, and the fact that Chante and whoever was with her lay and waited to sneak her and her people is truly foul. She had over 30 minutes to calm down after the altercation with whomever it was with, but instead she premeditated to try and take everyone out in that car, and that's what I believe. Did she forget that she had four kids, the age ranging from 3 to 7, at home that would probably want their mother to come back? This is so very sad, and now there's a total of 8 kids without a mom. Shantae fled the scene that early morning, but was caught at a hotel on September 4th, 2024. Currently, she is being held on a $1 million bond and may be facing additional charges. Also, authorities are saying that additional arrests are also on the horizon, which would definitely make sense with one of the other sisters shot, plus the other sister and friend that got harmed when the car rolled and flipped. Sadly, the city of New Orleans is so backed up with cases, they do not even know when Shantae can be tried. Plus, they said her previous charges that were dropped cannot be used against her in any form.
An Orleans Parish judge set the bond at $1 million for Chante Mark. She's the woman arrested in connection to the Mid-City that left a young mother.
Good evening to you, Travis. In Judea, Chante Mark is being charged with second-degree. Now, a court-appointed attorney actually said earlier that Mark works at a hospital here in New Orleans and that she also has four young kids from the ages of 3 to 7 that she cares for. Now, just last year, Mark was also arrested on second-degree charges for her alleged role in the death of her ex-boyfriend. I'm told he was 19 years old. 24-year-old Chante Mark has been booked here at Orleans Justice Center for her involvement in the shooting of 29-year-old mother of four, Raven Francis. Witnesses say Francis had been involved in a fight outside of Shamrock in Mid-City before she was shot in the head while driving from the area.
Everybody really loved my little sister. Like, she was really the lit one. Like, she was lit. I don't know. I'ma just miss her.
NOPD says through investigation, Mark was identified as the person responsible for the murder. But court documents show Mark was also charged with second-degree murder last year for her alleged role in the murder of her ex-boyfriend, Darren Mueller, in March of 2023. According to these court records, surveillance video from along Chefman Tour identified Mark near the scene of Mueller's, the two getting into the same vehicle at some point before he was found dead. Those charges later refused by the Orleans Parish DA's office, who says there was insufficient evidence to charge her in this case.
Another very sad case that has altered the life of so many all over something that was definitely preventable. In today's society, drinking and arguing seems to always end in a person or persons losing their lives, and I wish that was not the case. I know tempers can flare and people can do some cruel, evil things, but try not to even put yourself in a space where something crazy might happen. I truly hurt for this family and all the kids who had to lose a mother from this tragic crime. My thoughts and prayer are with all of Raven's loved ones and with the other women who were harmed in this senseless crime. Please don't forget to comment your thoughts and prayers as well for this family and the other families that were hurt in this tragedy. And also, don't forget to hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.